The Medieval Inquisition, a period spanning several centuries from the 12th to the 15th century, represents a dark chapter in European history characterized by religious intolerance and the exercise of ecclesiastical authority to suppress dissent. It emerged as a response to perceived threats to Catholic doctrine, particularly the spread of heretical movements like the Cathars in southern France. Central to the Medieval Inquisition were the specialized tribunals led by inquisitors, often Dominican and Franciscan friars, tasked with identifying, interrogating, and punishing heretics. These tribunals employed various methods to extract confessions, including interrogation under duress and the use of torture. The accused were often denied basic legal protections, and the burden of proof rested heavily on them to prove their innocence. The punishments for those found guilty of heresy were severe and served as a deterrent to others. Penalties ranged from imprisonment and confiscation of property to exile and execution, often by burning at the stake. The severity of punishment varied depending on factors, such as the perceived threat posed by the accused and the extent of their alleged heresy. The targets of the Medieval Inquisition were diverse and included individuals and groups deemed heretical by the Catholic Church. This encompassed not only the Cathars and other dissenting religious movements, but also Jews, Muslims, and individuals accused of witchcraft or other forms of occultism. Among the notable figures subjected to the scrutiny of the Medieval Inquisition were Peter Abelard, the influential French philosopher and theologian, faced accusations of heresy for his unorthodox views, particularly on theology and ethics. Joan of Arc, the famed French heroine, while not formally tried by the Inquisition, faced a trial with elements of inquisitorial procedure. Accused of heresy and witchcraft, she was ultimately convicted and executed. Giordano Bruno, an Italian philosopher and proponent of heliocentrism, Bruno was condemned by the Roman Inquisition for his cosmological views and ultimately burned at the stake. John Wycliffe, the English theologian, an early critic of the Catholic Church, faced posthumous condemnation by elements of the Inquisition, with his remains exhumed and burned. Jan Hus, a Czech reformer and precursor to the Protestant Reformation, Hus was condemned as a heretic and burned at the stake by the Council of Constance. These individuals, along with countless others, exemplify the reach and impact of the Medieval Inquisition, which left a lasting legacy of fear, persecution, and the suppression of intellectual and religious dissent in medieval Europe.